Right, hello everybody, welcome. It's time for race one of the MGCC Cockshoot Cup here at Cadwell Park. I'm delighted to say as well, it stayed incredibly sunny. Exciting times indeed. We're going to go chat to some of the drivers very shortly before they head out for this opening race. Before we do though, qualifying. Let's just pop how qualifying finished up onto the screen for you. It was a very dramatic end to qualifying, wasn't it? Because it was a certain Mr. Paul Wignall who took pole position right at the death in Class C. David Morrison had outright pole for the entirety, really, until pretty much the last lap. He is, however, on pole position in Class B. So David Morrison lines up alongside Paul Wignall. Peter Bramble in third place, Philip Standish in fourth, Kevin Eager in fifth, Ian Witt in Class B, sixth overall, second in Class B, Carl Green in seventh, then Colin Stubbs, David Coulthard. Then we've got Christopher Greenbank on pole in Class F. Then let's just keep going through, shall we? We've got Greenbank, then Mark Bellamy in 11th, Adam Key, then John Payne, Gareth Jones, Tom Mensley, Matthew Spencer, Rhys Higginbotham, Max Pittiger-Holdsworth, Leon Wignall, Tony Roberts, Phil Rigby, Aaron Jackson, John Spencer, Tony Riles, Helen Waddington, Richard Johnson, William Fraser, Mark Wright and Carl Chadwick. Unfortunately, Mark Wright and Carl Chadwick did not get a chance to post any times in qualifying. I'm just going to see if I can see their cars at the minute. What's he doing? Let's go have a chat actually with Paul Wignall, the man on pole position. Let's pop that image down. Let's go have a quick chat with him. He's really got this car hooked up for Cadwell, hasn't he? And look at it. It looks incredibly quick indeed. We'll grab a word with David in a minute as well, very quickly. Paul, you left it late.
He's not here.
You left it late in quali though, didn't you?
Well, safety car just held us all up, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I managed just to get one really good lap in at the end.
Well, you hooked it up. You really did, because I thought David was going to get it. I'm in different classes, of course, but still, how did it feel out there?
Seeing though I'm like 10 mil out on the back end with a loose bit of suspension, you know, not so bad really.
Yeah, just swing it round, just a bit of rally and whatever.
Get on with what you've got and that's it, innit? You know, get used to it.
It's fun, isn't it, Cadwell? A lot of fun.
I've not been here since 1996.
Really?
And I had 3 firsts. I found the trophies at home. And
Really?
I got 3 first place trophies in 1996.
You have to send us the picture. We didn't see those pictures.
I'll try and picture, yeah. I've got it in my phone.
Well, you might have another one to go next to it, surely.
Let's hope so.
Well,
I don't like leading. I'm not a leader. No, definitely not a leader. I'm happy in second till last couple of laps.
All right, well, just let him through and then last lap.
Well, that's what I hope. But these lot will be off grid faster than us anyway, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well done anyway, mate. Best
Cheers,
of luck.
thank you.
Let's grab David as well. We had a very brief chat. David, things were a little bit hectic, weren't they, before qualifying, but now it's all over and done with.
Sorry about that.
No,
it's just
don't
a
be silly.
late,
Don't be silly.
driver's briefing and it set us out.
It's harder now at MG Cup all over one day, isn't it? So it's very hectic.
To do,
Are you happy with qualifying? You must be.
yeah, we didn't get the times we should have got because nobody did because of the safety car.
Yeah.
So we've had about 4 laps really, and then I found myself at the end of the safety car train, so I couldn't get a lap at the end.
No.
But I'll make it happen now.
He just said he doesn't like leading. I know different classes, but he doesn't like leading, and he says you're going to be quicker off the line. So
Well,
there you go.
he's
Get
in
away.
a different league, big slicks and power.
Yeah.
Even if I beat him offline, he'll have me on Park Straight.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way.
Get him out of the way.
He's not in my class.
No.
And then hound him.
I love this. This is great.
I'm about 4 or 5 seconds off what I've done before.
Really? Yeah.
So he's got a bit to find, and so have I.
Yeah. Well, perfect conditions for
I
us.
won't give in.
That's what I like to hear. Good on you. Good
There's
on
only
you.
one way, and that's forward.
Good man. Thanks for talking to us, mate. Best of luck, yeah? Thank you very much. Let's keep on going down. I'm not seeing Mark Wright, unfortunately. Let's just work our way down the field a little bit, shall we? Let's go have a quick chat with Carl Green. Solid enough qualifying from him, wasn't it? We always like to say hello to Carl.
He's meditating in a minute, you can't talk to him.
Sure. We're meditating, are we?
I wish. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you.
Happy with qualifying?
Not good. A couple of slow laps just to warm the tyres up, and by that time the safety car had come out, and then we had 2 or 3 laps behind the safety car, and then because we'd all got bunched up in traffic, didn't really get a chance to do a clean lap to get another hot lap in. So I've given myself a lot of work to do.
That could make the race quite exciting, though, for us watching.
It
anyway,
will, mate. Yeah.
Kind of mucked the order up a bit.
I've got to go for it, haven't I? I've got to go for it. So
Well, we're going to be at the top of the mountain, so
it's tight round here, but you've got to give it a go.
It's quite wide, this thing, isn't it? No one's getting past you, are they?
Yeah.
You're just going to go forward, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, if people start going past me, I'm doing something wrong, aren't I?
Kind of defeats the object, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. But fingers crossed, mate. Hopefully, get in the top 3. That's what
Good man, that's what I like to.
Okay,
Top man.
okay, mate.
I'll
Take
leave you
care.
to your meditating.
See you later.
Let's keep on going over here as well. Let's go chat to one of the MGF cars, shall we? I do like an MGF riggers. There he is. Look at that, great number plate. I have to come talk to you because I've always been a bit of a fan of the old MGF, you know.
Yeah.
And I just think it's made for Cadwell Park. But you're driving it, so what do you think?
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gets better and better. I've changed the suspension on it this year to the TF suspension, coil springs.
Yeah.
From the Hydrogas, and it's a marked improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this needs now is a driver.
Hey, you're 10 times better than me. So
Yeah. No, it's good. It is. Well chuffed.
you don't get nervous behind the wheel, do you? At these stages, or is all?
Constantly, but yeah. It's just not once the flags drop, you're away, aren't you? You know?
Exactly. Off
Yep.
it goes. Sunny round, Cadwell. Best of luck. Thanks for talking to us as well. Enjoy it. Beautiful cars, aren't they? We are starting to fire up as well, so let's get ourselves into position at the front. Let's watch these cars get out on track because the race ahead has just finished the Morgans, so it's almost time for the very first race of the day for the Cockshoot Cup here. We've got another one a little bit later this afternoon as well. We'll bring you that action too, but here we are in assembly area and it's time for race 1 of the MGCC Cockshoot Cup here live at Cadwell Park.
After the war, so they were the ones that presented the trophy and all.
You realise, don't you, that the crew chief, the rescue unit here, has got awarded the Volunteer of the Year for the Motorsport UK.
Yeah. I've just been informed actually that the main crew chief here for Marshals has been awarded volunteer. If we get a chance, we'll see if we can grab them. We've just had the shout from the marshal there saying anybody want to go to the pits. So last chance. Remember the pits here at Cadwell is right in the middle of the circuit, so if you decide to go, you're locked in the middle of the circuit. There's no bridge, there's no tunnel, so obviously you can't cross over during the race. So if you decide to go into the middle, you've got to stay there.
All right. Not going out there.
All right, Leon, you come back to me. Come back to me. They're going to put a car there, so we're just going to have to move out of the way for a little bit. I think they're going to park a car right where you were stood, which is why I think they're trying to shift us along, but I'm not seeing a car yet, so never mind.
Bring it off the track.
Oh, are they? Thank you, Leon. Yes, thank you. Apparently they're bringing one off the track, so yes, good stuff. Thank you. I think it was from the race ahead. Was it one of the Morgans, was it? They're bringing up now.
Racing today.
Whilst we've got, I know it's one of the Majid Sprite cars. Apologies to the Morgans. Right, there you go. Almost time to get going for this race now. A little reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, comments. If you do leave us a comment, we can pop that comment onto the screen. If you do want to, sorry, the cameraman and Marshall's having a good chat. If you do want to get your messages of support in, do head over to our YouTube channel. It's called Live Sport Now. There's a link in the body of the broadcast. Give it a click, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, leave a comment. We'll put it on the screen for all to see. Can't say fairer than that, can we? Hey? So tell us, who do you think is going to get this race won? I want to hear from you. Do comment, let us know. This is your show. It's all about you, it's all about the drivers, it's not about us. This is your show. After this broadcast, we've got our legendary MGCC Cup paddock walk coming up. You're not going to want to miss that. We're going to be mixing it with the drivers inside the paddock, chatting to them on their turf, seeing what it's like. We'll find out more about the drivers. There is Paul Wignall on pole position at number 5. Whilst we just wait, let's just pop that qualifying order back up onto the screen for you very, very quickly. Paul Wignall on pole, David Morrison in second, Peter Bramble in third, Philip Standish in fourth, Keith Egan in fifth, Ian Witt in sixth, Carl Green in seventh, Colin Stubbs in 8th, David Coulthard in 9th, Christopher Greenbank in 10th. That's your top 10. And then from 11 down, we've got Bellamy, Key, Payne, Jones, Mensley, Spencer, Higginbottom, Pittock, Holdsworth, Leon Wignall, Roberts, Rigby, Jackson, Spencer, Riles, Waddington, Johnson, Fraser, Wright and Chadwick. Although there is no, unfortunately, I think Mark Wright's got a terminal issue with the car. Just trying to see if I can see Carl Chadwick, 52. I don't think I can see him either, so I think we've lost a couple of cars, unfortunately, which is a shame, but it does happen. It is motorsport at the end of the day. Not quite a full complement because of those 2 retirements from qualifying. 4 classes in total: Class A, Class B, Class C and Class F. Your man on pole position, Paul Wignall. He's in Class C. Let's obviously take that down now. Paul Wignall on pole, Class C, of course. Alongside him will be David Morrison. He's in Class B. So we're just waiting for the track to be fully clear, and then we will get things underway. Of course, the cars will head out onto the track. Bit of support here for Carl Green. We just spoke to Carl Green as well. He said he thinks he can get a top 3 here. Well, why not indeed? Get your comments in. We can post them on screen. Show your support for these drivers who are about to head out on track. A few nerves in there, I think there always is. And we just had a comment, of course, from last year's champion, Brian Butler. Brian, thanks for getting in touch. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's a real shame not racing, defending champion, of course, but you are missed, Brian. I'll let you know that. And hopefully we will see you soon. And we are filming all of this off one camera as well, so we're going to base ourselves at the top of the mountain. It's a great place to see as the cars enter Halls Bend. You can also see a bit of start-finish straight too. We try and pick a spot where we catch as much of the track as possible. I will stay commentating throughout the race for you, so we'll keep you up to date with everything. I've also got an ear as well with the the course commentators here at Cadwell Park, so we can get you as much information as possible, as quickly as possible as well. So a little bit of a delay here. The Midget Sprite race beforehand, as we just saw a car had to get towed in. We've just got to make sure that the circuit is fully safe. It's a tight circuit here. It's an incredible circuit here. The first corner, Coppice, left-hander. Then you go into Charlie's, that sweeping right-hander. Then you go onto the Park straight, a long, long, long straight into Park curve. Then you got Chris curve, that sweeping right-hander. Then the famous gooseneck, kinks right, smacks the U left. Then you go down into Mansfield, straight down into the mountain, which is where we're going to be filming from. Then across through into Halls Bends, then the hairpin, then the final corner barn, back onto the start-finish line. Who is it going to be? It's going to be a thriller. Ray Collier's commented as well. Hi Ray, a regular racer. Just giving a bit of support for Peter Bramble in the yellow peril. Yes, absolutely. It's a fine looking car as well, number 69. Keep an eye out for Peter. As you can see, keep those comments coming in. We can get them on the screen. We want to hear from you. This is all about you guys. This is all about the drivers. It's all about you. It's your show. What a sight. As I said before, Brian Butler, people are missing you. Defending champion. Not long to go now. Stick with us, don't go anywhere. Stay right here. It's almost time for the racing action. There is Peter Bramble, P3. A bit of duct tape there, of course. I mean, you've got to, haven't you? Protect those headlights. So I think there's been a bit of work. The reason it's just taking a little bit longer, I'm just hearing from the course commentators here, there's a bit of damage to the arm cove. So I think they're just waiting for a marshal they've just been fixing it. I think the marshal's just making their way off the track now, and we should get going sooner rather than later. It is motorsport, this is right, we are a little bit ahead of schedule. I mean, this race was scheduled to get underway, lights out at 12:05. We're going to be pretty much bang on that, I think, by the time we actually get going. So I think they're still dealing with, so I'm going to have a quick word with Peter, because I think there's... Oh no, I think we are good to go. There we go, just literally as I say that. I think we are about to get things underway here. There we go, look, off it goes. We're going to stay here. I think have we just had the call? Have we just had the call? I don't know. She came running in, shouting like we're about to get going. Peter's car's running, I was going to say. Peter, just quickly, we had a bit of support for you on social media from a Mr. Brian Butler.
It's nice to know he's keeping well. He wasn't very well end of last year, so we just got his getting better.
Well, he's watching now, so if you've got a message for him.
No, hopefully we'll see you soon, Brian. Take care.
Fantastic. P3, looking forward to this.
Yeah. I always like racing to Cadwell. It's a bit hard to overtake, but it's a beautiful track to race and drive on.
Well, from third, you don't have to do much overtaking.
Hopefully not. I've just got to get a good start, that's all.
Exactly. Thanks for talking to us. Best of luck. There you go. Good stuff indeed. As we said, like I said, this is your show. Everybody watching, comment, tell us. You want to go to talk to somebody, we'll go talk to them. We're just waiting to get word, and then it'll be time to get onto the track. We are probably going to be lights out at about 12:05 as well, about bang on time as we thought we might. Just whilst we wait, again, for those just tuning in, we've shown it a couple of times, but let's just pop that qualifying order back up onto the screen for you. So you've had things panned out this morning. You can go back and watch qualifying anytime. It was a dramatic finish. We did have a safety car interruption throughout it, but Paul Wignall on pole position, David Morrison in second, Peter Bramble just spoken to there in the third, Philip Standish in fourth, Keith Egar in fifth, Ian Witt in sixth, then Carl Green, Colin Stubbs, David Coulthard, Christopher Greenbank, Mark Bellamy, Adam Key, John Payne, Gareth Jones, Tom Mensley, Matthew Spencer, Reece Higginbotham, Max Pittock-Holdsworth, Leon Wignall, Tony Roberts, Phil Rugby, Aaron Jackson, John Spencer, Tony Rowles, Helen Waddington, Richard Johnson, William Fraser. Unfortunately, we don't have Mark Wright or Carl Chadwick, but what a fantastic grid, isn't it? 27 cars in total. It's going to be dramatic here at Cadwell Park. Twisting, sweeping here in the Lincolnshire Wolds through the valley. It's really, really quite impressive stuff. Oh, it's well spotted, yeah. So we've got the tractor just going. I hope that's just going to go get into position. I don't think that's anything too major. We are just waiting. I think it's just a little bit of work going on down at the far side, down at the first corner, I think it might be. I mean, we've had the Midget Sprite Challenge car. It's been brought back. It's been here for quite some time now. I'm going to have a little look, see if I can't see what we're all looking at here. Any word? Any word? Any word? Are we close?
In his MGF. And next row, number 15, John Payne. Now, John's just got a new job. John's been working at the Aviation Centre as an engineer working on the restoration.
Right, they have just been, I think they're going to cut the engines actually, so we're going to have a bit more of a wait than we potentially thought we might. So I'm going to go have a quick chat with some of the drivers. Well, it looks like we've got a bit of a delay, doesn't it? I think there's a bit of damage to the Armco from there. I think one of the Midget and Sprite cars. It's how's it from a driver's view then? When you sat here, you're ready to go, you almost get the call and then you don't get the call. Is it a bit putting off? Well, you're not bothered.
I'd like to get on with it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Well, you're here now, don't you?
Let's get the safety sorted out first.
We're going to lunch after as well.
Exactly, that'd be nice. And then we got late ones. So,
However, like you said, it does have to be safety first.
Yeah, right.
We don't want to be taking any risks.
Quite right, yeah.
Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
How well do you know Cadwell?
I was racing in 2012, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's up and down. Yeah, it's great fun. So,
these MGFs are suited for it, aren't they?
I'd like to give our regards to Brian Butler, who won the championship last year.
He's watching. He is watching,
Yeah,
Brian.
he's watching, so yeah, this one's for you, Brian. Take it easy.
Fantastic. Great words indeed. Thank you. Best of luck as well. We really appreciate it. Fantastic stuff. Brian's been giving a lot of support to the drivers on social media, and the drivers have been giving it back. That's what we like to see. This is the community spirit of the Cockshoot Cup. It really is. By the way, if you do want to find out more about the Cockshoot Cup, you can. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you through to the Cockshoot Cup website. Do give it a click. You want to get in touch with the championship, you can do. You can also find it on social media, wherever as well. Do get in touch. We want to hear from you. Let's keep going down a little bit further, shall we? Let's grab a quick chat with Leon Wignall over here to see how he's feeling. Hey, Leon.
Hello, nice to see you again.
It is, buddy. It is. It's a bit of a shame, of course. We've got to make sure that the track is perfectly safe. But how do you feel as a driver when these situations come about? Is it quite difficult? Do you get into a particular zone and then all of a sudden you're out of it and you've got to start again, or are you not really bothered? You're just pretty cool, calm, collective.
It's kind of you build up and you're ready to go, and then when it's like just drag in and not getting told nothing, it's just it's more of a waiting game then. But you've just got to learn to live with it and just stay in your zone. And
you must be roasted in there, aren't you?
A bit. Well, I'm good. They've told me to turn my engine off because I had the AC on cold. Cheating a little.
You got AC in this?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. You could just drive it home there, could you? Take it on the motorway.
Yeah, but it's road legal spec, so yeah.
Yeah. Is it taxed? Is it MOT?
Trade plates. You can do.
Good man. Anyway, look, best of luck. Anyway, thanks for talking to us, mate. Enjoy it. And
see you in a bit.
Not too long to wait, hopefully. Like I said, the most important thing is to make sure everybody is safe as well. Let's go have a quick chat over here, shall we, Tony? Tony, how you doing?
Not so bad.
Ready for this one?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Tell me about Cadwell Park. Where's the biggest challenge? Everybody's asked me for information. I'm not a race driver, so the gooseneck.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I haven't raced here for 25 years. So yeah, I suppose the gooseneck. Yeah, to be honest, I'm such a muppet. I'm just concentrating on keeping it on the black bits and the, as long as there's green bits both sides, I'm going in the same direction as everyone else.
Go
That's about
forward. Yeah, stay well away. The mountain, how steep is it?
Do you know, I walked the track last night. About 8 o'clock, and I couldn't believe how steep it is when you actually walk around this track.
Yeah,
it's proper mountain, that.
It's quite a track to walk around, isn't it? It's not like Silverstone, which is flat.
Yeah.
Whereas here you've got quite a few hills to go up and down.
But you sort of know the mountain's a mountain, but it's like barn. You don't realise how downhill it is until you actually walk around it. Yeah.
It's almost the final corner. I see the cars coming in, they're locking the rear wheel. It's just incredible stuff.
Yeah.
It must be so much fun driving around it.
It's like going for a mad drive on a B road. It's not like a racetrack.
And there's enough of those around here.
Yes, or a rally stage with 30 other people doing the same thing at the same time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, look, best of luck anyway.
Thank you.
Enjoy it and keep it on.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
I'm sure you will, bud. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Cadwell Park, I have to say. It really, really is. Let's go have a chat with Mark Bellamy, shall we, over here. See how he's feeling, getting himself geared up, ready for this race. I think we're not too far away. Hey Mark, how you doing?
Oh mate, thank you. Are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys go racing.
Big grid.
It is. In fact, I'm going to have to let you go because you just
You are,
got the
mate.
call. So there we go. Fantastic. Looks like the track is now safe. That's the most important thing. And we are about to go racing. We'll tuck ourselves down the back so we don't get ourselves run over by anybody. A bit of a delay, but the important thing, the right thing to do. The track has to be safe. Take any risks in. Cars heading out onto the track now. Off they go quickly and safely. And we're about to go racing. I'm seeing a few cars come down. I'm seeing Mark Wright's car come down as well. So it looks like he is going to take the start. A lot of the cars that now come down are probably going to line up here, and that's where they're going to take the start from. So it looks like we are going to have a full complement of these Cockshoot Cup cars. Incredible stuff. This is what we like to see. Let's go Tony Riles, start side, giving us a big thumbs up as well. Off they go, they're all coming through. This is what we like to see. There is Mark Wright as well. Had issues, didn't get a qualifying lap in. He's going to start right at the back. Let's get ourselves into position, if I can talk properly, whilst we make our way down. Again, one last time, let's just put that qualifying order up onto the screen for you so you can see how it finished a little bit earlier and how they're going to line up for this race 1 of the Cockshoot Cup here at Cadwell Park.
So Mark, a very quick and experienced driver, and the little MGCC.
There we go, they're lining up down there. I'm just wondering actually whether we'll have a green flag lap or they'll go straight into it. They have been waiting quite a while, haven't they?
Last year he did lead a race and got into the Cockshoot race before he had trouble with the gear change.
Right, that's it. Get your messages of support in quickly because it's almost time to go racing. Let's see if we can get a few comments in up on the screen before this race gets underway. We've had quite a few come in already. So Brian Steers has said I've got a rather nice table. Thanks Brian, it is rather nice, isn't it? Yes. It's better than some actually. It's better than the rather garish purple ones from Silverstone, I have to be honest. So yes, perhaps there's a market for fashion tabards at racetracks. Who knows?
Silverstone, of course, is only just over a month to MG Live. June 12th. I'm sure lots of you will be there, as I will be.
Almost time to get going here. Are we going to have a green flag there? That's something I'm not too sure about, actually. We're going to find out immediately because as soon as they go, it'll be quite obvious. I can see into the first corner as well, so we'll be able to see. So Paul Wignall, can he hold off the line? We know he says David Morrison's going to be quite quick off the line, but he's got the power, he's got the speed. They are in different classes as well. We must hasten to add that. Paul Wignall on pole position in Class C. David Morrison second place alongside him. However, he's second overall, but he's first in Class B. On pole position Class F, Christopher Greenbank. And then we have Reece Higginbottom on pole in Class A for the MGCC Cockshoot Cup here live at Cadwell Park. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Here we go. It's the second race of the day here as well. After this broadcast, we're going to be bringing you our exclusive paddock walk. You're not going to want to miss that, I can assure you. It's a barrel of laughs. It's a lot of fun. So we did have the 30-second mark go quite a while ago. We can't go down to the start-finish line, unfortunately, you just can't get there. Once you've committed to either side, you either stay on the outskirts or you go into the middle. You cannot get out. There's no tunnel, there's no bridge. You're stuck. And of course, we want to be up here for it. We did have the 30-second board go up a while ago, but it seems like something happened again because it's been more than 30 seconds now, hasn't it? So we're still waiting. I haven't heard. I'm not hearing anything over the course commentary. Oh, the board's gone up again, so it looks like we might be about to get going now. So here we go. It is going to be a green flag lap to get going with. So we're just going to go around once and then they'll line up and it will be fully lights out. So this race was due for lights out at 12:05. Thanks for sticking with us, by the way, everybody. It is almost time to get going. We've had quite a lengthy delay. I believe there was a bit of track damage from the previous race. We'd had to obviously make sure that was sorted first. Great job, as ever, by all the marshals and the team here to get everything sorted and safe so we can go racing here at Cadwell Park. Where we are, we've based ourselves at the top of the mountain. You can see the first corner, you'll see the top of that mountain as well. It is a wonderful sight. And look, all the spectators come out today. It's a beautiful sunny day. Come out to enjoy a bit of live motorsport. Why on earth wouldn't you? Bringing the family down. It's a great family circuit, Cadwell Park. It's a nice cafe, but just off to the side of that, there's a nice little kids' play area. There's probably an ice cream van knocking around somewhere as well. That was a safety car just going through. It's a real challenge. It's a real test, this mountain. It's a wonderful, wonderful place to come and watch motorsport. It's a great corner to come watch it too. So we are just on the green flag lap right now. We'll be starting the race very, very shortly. Any minute, any second now, you will see Paul Wignall come down leading the train around here. So Paul Wignall on pole position, David Morrison in second, Peter Bramble in third, Philip Standish in fourth, Keith Egart in fifth, Ian Witt in sixth, Carl Green in seventh, Colin Stubbs in eighth, David Coulthard in ninth, Christopher Greenbank in 10th, Mark Bellamy in 11th, Adam Key in 12th, John Payne in 13th, Gareth Jones 14th, Tom Mensley 15th, Matthew Spencer 16th, Rhys Higginbotham in 17th, Max Pittigat-Holdsworth in 18th, Liam Wignall will be 19th. Here they come now. Tony Roberts 20th, Phil Rigby 21st, Aaron Jackson 22nd, John Spencer 23rd, Tony Riles 24th, Ellie Waddington 25th, Richard Johnson 26th, William Fraser 27th, Mark Wright 28th, Carl Chadwick 29th. Here they come now. What a lovely, lovely view. Coming up the top of the mountain. They just appear, don't they? They're just there, loud, roaring, thundering past us. This is just a green flag lap as well. Very shortly, they're going to be going in full aggressive racing mode. Sure if Carl Chadwick has made the start, we'll find out, but as you can see them lining up now on the start finish line. There is Paul Wignall, the man on pole position, the black and green car down there. He's got David Morrison alongside him, Peter Bramble in third in the yellow peril, and Standish in fourth. Wignall thinks Morrison's going to get him off the line. Different classes again, we must just remind ourselves, but hey, it's all to race for here at Cadwell Park. We've still got a lot of content to bring you. There's the second race of the day for the Cockshoot Cup. That's scheduled to get underway at 4:20. Right, 5-second board showing. Here we go. Finally, it's the moment we've been waiting for. Great work by everybody here to make sure the track is safe, and it is lights out. And yeah, what a great start by David Morrison. He does shoot into the lead. Peter Bramble's going to come through as well. As you know, he's not. He's just, I think he got bogged down a little bit in the end. He made a good start, but I don't think he had to back off. It is David Morrison who leads into the first corner. Peter Bramble's dropped down to 5th place, I believe. Everybody getting around the first corner nice and safe. That's what we like to see. This is the very best of racing. Club racing here with the MG Car Club and the Cockshoot Cup. It's race 1 live at Cadwell Park. Wow, wow, wow. What a great start. And it's exactly what we thought might happen. Paul Wignall called it. David Morrison in the lighter car just got away off the line very cleanly, very quick. But we know Wignall's going to have a lot more power in that MG. So we just wait in anticipation for them to come down. Remember, we are doing all this off one camera whilst we wait. If you're watching on YouTube, comment. We can see the comments. Pop them up on the screen if we've got any. We want to hear from you. This is your show. Show those messages of support. Tell us who are you supporting. Tell us where you're watching from today as well. Are you at home? Are you out with a family? Are you overseas? Are you at work? Comment below. This is all about you and these drivers. Any second now, we will see. Is it going to be David Morrison? Is it going to be Paul Wignall? Is it going to be Peter Bramble? Is it going to be someone else? It's still David Morrison. I just saw him. Here to come. They're literally going to come in your screen any second right now. And there they are. Look at that. Off they go. Wow, listen to them roar as they come past us. Well, Standish has got himself up to 3rd as well. Great start. Not such a good start for Peter Bramble. In fact, I'm not sure where Bramble is. I can't see Bramble anyway. We've got waved green flags at the top of the mountain. Has something happened further back? I think it has, hasn't it? It looks like we so far have lost Peter Bramble. What a shame that is. Just keeping my eyes peeled to see, is he going to come around? Tony Ryle's going quite slow there, number 77 coming through. Hope everything's okay with his car. So things are going to spread out very quick. We do have yellow flags being waved at the minute. So we are, and we have, I believe, we have the safety car out, do we? We have safety car, so we are under full course conditions, full course caution conditions. We have the safety car. Safety car is out on the track, and I believe it's something to do with Mr. Bramble, unfortunately, because I haven't seen Peter Bramble come through. So safety car is out, as the car's just halfway round their second lap now. 20-minute race in total. Remember, still 17 minutes on the clock. Long, long, long way to go. Let's hope everybody's okay first and foremost. So the safety car did pick up the leaders, which will help things speed up a little bit. But it is Morrison from Wignall, Egar, Witt, Green, Standish, Coulthard, Stubbs, Greenbank, Bellamy, Payne, Key, Jones, Mensley, Higginbottom, Rigby, Wignall. That's Leon Wignall in 17th. Then Roberts, Waddington, Helen Waddington, Spencer Jackson. We've got 17 of Spencer in 22nd. Then Johnson, Fraser, Riles and Bramble. Unfortunately, it does look like Peter Bramble is off the circuit somewhere and out of this race. What a great shame that is. Amazing qualifying session for 3rd place. It looked like he had a good start initially and then something just got bogged down. I wonder if it's just mechanical issues. Here's the safety car coming through. David Morrison in the lead. There's Paul Wignall. There's Philip Standish. There's a Witt coming through. Carl Green. Look at that. Carl Green has shot through the order as well. He said he could get a podium. He could get even more here. Who knows? There's been a lot of love for Carl Green on social media as well. Mark Wright has made up a lot of places too. through. There's still a train of cars to collect. There's a lot of cars, remember. There are 29 in total, so it's quite good from us from a broadcasting point of view, because it means there's an awful lot of cars coming through an awful lot of the time. There's Tony Riles in the orange dark side 77 car. And Tony Riles is the final car through. And the safety car looks like it's going very, very slow down the start-finish straight. I mean, I know they can't go particularly quick. I wonder if maybe that's where Peter stops somewhere a bit further down there, just to back everybody up a little bit. Of course, there's still a few cars that have got to collect. We've just seen go through here. We are under safety car conditions, of course. We do carry on, though. The clock does continue to tick down. And unfortunately, there was a safety car in qualifying as well. So it's been a bit of a stop-start day so far for the Cockshoot Cup here at Cadwell Park. Few more messages come in as well. Steph Trevette has said sat watching in the mounted grandstand. Great coverage. You're not far from us, Steph. I'm just hearing from the course commentators as well. Watch out for Keith Egar, number 4. We think he's going to be very quick. Standish in 6th, Witt in 4th, Green in 5th. So Keith Egar, sorry, in 3rd. He's car number 4. We think he's going to be very, very quick. Morrison, of course, leading. Got the jump on Wignall off the line, but Wignall, we know, has got that power. And it's a red flag. We have a red flag. The race is had to be stopped. So we're just going to find out and see if we can find out why there is a red flag. Obviously, Peter Bramble's car has stopped somewhere, is off the track, but there is a red flag here for race 1 of the Cockshoot Cup here at Cadwell Park. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We're going to stick around, we're going to stay live, see if we can find out, but just make sure first and foremost that everybody's okay. That's the number 1 priority, of course. But we have a red flag here, yes, unfortunately. So stay with us. We're going to see if we can find out what's happened sooner rather than later. What a shame that is for everyone here involved. So, of course, the clock does stop ticking. I imagine because the MG Car Club now runs on one day. Over the last few years, it's been spread over the course of a weekend. Now it's all on one day. It does mean the timetable is incredibly tight, incredibly tight. This race was already 10, 15 minutes late getting started through no fault of its own, by the way. I believe it was a recovery truck that had broken down, actually, and I believe there was a bit of damage to one of the arm codes and the recovery truck had broken down, hence the reason why there was such a delay to get this race underway. So we were already delayed. So we are here in Peter Bramble. It's at the mountain, just actually in front of us, just at the bottom of the mountain. Lost it down there, did hit the barriers. I believe he's okay, but that's the reason why the race has been red flagged right now. The cars will go, make their way back. They will line up on the grid. But of course, they've just got to make sure. It's quite an important part down at the mountain, isn't it? It's quite a tricky bit. So they'll just make sure, get Peter's car out of the way, obviously repair it, fix it. And I imagine that there will be less time to go racing. They'll probably have to cut this race short a little bit, I would have thought. On the clock, I think there was about 13, 14 minutes or so on the clock left. I can't imagine we're going to get a huge amount of racing. As I said before, it's a 20-minute race. It was already delayed for 15 minutes through no fault of their own. Now there's a red flag, but the timetable is tight. It's incredibly tight. So through the cars go. And wants to get the cars fixed, wants to get them all lined up. A little bit earlier this morning, ahead of qualifying actually, we joined in the driver briefing and found out a little bit about behind the scenes of what the drivers have to go through, what they have to listen to, and the information given to them before they go out onto the track. So here's a little behind the scenes clip with the Cockshoot Cup earlier this morning with the driver briefing. Let's just have a bit of a chat. Shall we go in and have a little listen and see what they're being told?
Just a warning regarding some grass cutting that's taking place at the S's, which is the complex just after the mansion. Basically, the grass cutting is going to cross the edge of the grass on the inside of the corner. So there's basically a sort of rivet now, a gullet there. So be very careful when you go through the S's that you basically don't get a wheel beyond the curving and obviously pull yourself off into the grass. So when you go out on your first lap, just take it easy through here. If you go across the corner, so you might get pulled across. Just be very careful through there. In terms of green flag lap, we normally start the countdown in assembly, and for this meeting we'll start it on the grid. So for when you go down for your race, you'll be on the yellows from here, down through the S's and the hairpin, and onto the assembly grid. So the green flag lap will start from the grid and not here. Safety car, we're going to use that obviously right through qualifying and race, but familiarise yourselves with it. Whoever's in the lead when the race is on the safety car, obviously you set the pace, but for people behind the safety car, you need to make sure that you keep close together, because obviously if you get stragglers, and when the safety car comes in, that dictates when the race can restart, so you must be close in together. It's going to give you as much time as we can on the track, so basically if you're at the back, keep close together, but obviously we keep a fair distance from the car in front of you. But the idea is that we keep the train as close as we can together, which means that when the race restarts, we'll start as soon as we can.
These ones with, I've got pins still in the extinguishers. Can we just have a quick note?
Okay, yeah, just a quick note from us. Can you make sure when you arrive that your pins are at your extinguishers as soon as you arrive in assembly? Track limits, we will enforce them, so you know that obviously first you get a warning, second you get a warning, third you get a penalty, sixth offence we will exclude you, so we will enforce track limits. Finally, in terms of awards, they'll take place here outside the Welcome Centre, but after every second race, approximately 30 minutes after the race, so when you come for your awards, if you can just report here please. Anybody got any questions? Okay everybody, have a good day. See you later.
Yeah, and communicate with me. Yeah, that was the driver briefing a little bit earlier. Good stuff indeed. It was really nice to see the insides of how it really works. Because you don't just turn up to a racetrack and just go racing. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I do have some very good news as well. We have had Peter Bramble. He's out of the car. He's absolutely okay. In fact, he was helping push it and steer it away. So the cars are now starting to get re-gridded as well. So it doesn't look like we're going to have the longest delay possible, which is good. We will be able to get racing again, and hopefully we'll get at least a few flying laps. And it's been quite interrupted for the Cockshoot Cup so far. Qualifying, of course, there was a safety car during that. And I believe because the safety car came out on the first lap, they are just going to regrid as they did for the end of qualifying. But the main news here is that Peter Bramble is okay. Yeah, we are just hearing as well. Mark Wright in that MGF, of course, couldn't get a qualifying lap in. He jumped up to 12th from last, which is quite something, isn't it? We know Mark's a very quick driver. We know his MGFs are going to be quite nippy here as well. Whilst we are waiting for them to get gridded up, comment, we want to hear from you. Do tell us, where are you watching from today? Are you at home? Are you here at Cadwell? Are you at work? Are you just out with the family? Are you just tuning in just for a little bit, just to see how they're all getting on? Comment below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to watch even more live motorsport in 2022. Our YouTube channel is the best place to do it. Of course, you can watch across Facebook. We are on Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn as well. But YouTube's the best place to do it. You can share the link too, get it out there. Make sure you do hit subscribe as well. It's called Live Sport Now. A lot of people may know us as My Supercar. We went through a bit of a rebrand over the course of the winter. Our motorsport operation is now Live Motorsport Now. Our overall broadcasting outfit is Live Sport Now. There you can watch all of our live motorsport in 2022 on YouTube, and you can also watch the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League. You can watch the Matchday Football Show and a lot of live golf as well if you're into your golf. So the car's just been re-gridded up now. Hopefully we shouldn't have too long to wait. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. This is part of the motorsport. So it looks like we might be going racing actually sooner rather than later again. This is a great effort by everybody.
Excuse my use of technical terms, which may sound like swearing.
There we go. So actually we're going to get going straight away, I think, pretty much. This is great effort by everybody. I think, is the track cleared? I just saw the marshals walking back across the mountain, so I think we might be going racing very shortly. Looks like he's got the 30-second board in his hand. I assume we're going to have another formation lap, I would assume. And then, of course, we'll be back green flag racing for race 1 of the Cockshoot Cup here live at Cadwell Park. Well, thank you for sticking with us. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we've been keeping you as entertained as best as we can. We saw the behind the scenes with the driver briefing a little bit earlier. A lot of love coming in for the Wignall family as well. Get those comments coming in, we'll show them on the screen. Right, so here we go. So green flag is out now. Of course, they'll go around, re-grid up, and then it will be time for lights out once again. The car's making their way around now. Not too long to go. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. It's almost time for race 1. What a restart here for the Cockshoot Cup. They're just coming up to the mountain now. So it is race 1, restart. Almost time to get going here, live and exclusive with the Cockshoot Cup, the MG Car Club live at Cadwell Park. It's a glorious sunny day, a little bit of wind starting to pick up now. It was a lot colder yesterday though, had my jumper on by this time yesterday. stacked grid, a very big grid indeed. It's still coming down into the mountain now. There's still more cars to come, as you can see. Look, here they come. And already, Paul Wignall is lining up on pole position. And what a shame that is for Mark Wright, by the way. He got himself up to 12th place. And because the safety car came out, the incident occurred on the first lap, it means he's had to go all the way to the back again. Oh, what a shame that is. Remember, he started last out of 29 cars, got himself up to 12th, and now has to start at the back again. He's got to redo all that hard work, but still, the rules are the rules. So not long to go. I'm also keen to see whether this race is going to be reduced at all or not. So here we go, green flag's been waved, everybody's lined up now. Far right, here we go, Cockshoot Cup, race 2, V2, off we go. And it's a far better start from Paul Wignall this time. In fact, he's managed to hold off. And it's that Keith Egar absolutely flying through as well, I think. We'll find out when they come through. But I can tell you, it's not the start David Morrison wanted this time. He's dropped down to 3rd place. To all I know, he's fighting back. He's going to hold on to 2nd where he started. Great start from Paul Wignall this time. Like, Paul Wignall leads from pole position, heading around the 2nd corner now. Off they go down to the Park Straight. Right, we'll catch them up very, very shortly. I'm pleased to say everybody through safely as well. Let's hope we can get a green flag right to the end. That's what we want to see. We want to see everybody going nice and safe. Here we go. And let's have a little look as well. Has the race been shortened or not? That's what I want to know. And no, we've still got 16 minutes on the clock, so it's going to be a long broadcast. This, I believe. Let me just double check that. So they're going through the gooseneck now, then round through Mansfield, through Mansfield rather. They're about to come down into the mountain. We still have 16 minutes. There has not been any time chalked off this. It does mean there'll probably be no lunch though. So here they come now, and I can tell you Paul Wignall still holds the lead. Now, who is it? Is it Keith Egar? I think it's Keith Egar who had that flying start as well. But it's still Morrison holding on to 2nd place. Egar is up into 3rd. And look at Morrison as they go through Paul's bends. He's getting very close indeed. But everybody coming through safely this time. We hope, we think there's a lot of these Cockshoot Cup cars to come. Here they come, steaming up the mountain through Hall's bends. The lovely stuff indeed. A lot of cars still to go through. There they go. The 68 car there looked like that's Johnson. Johnson looked like he was going quite slow. Tony Riles right at the back there in the dark side car, cracking car, beautiful car. And Tony's such a nice bloke too, he really is. And here we go. We are still green flag racing. We're on to lap 2 now, and it's great that the Cockshoot Cup drivers are getting to go racing. They had an interrupted qualifying because of a safety car. They've had an interrupted race 1 here. I'm pleased to say Peter Bramble is fine. He's out the car. Everything's back racing again. That's what we want. So Wignall, let's have a look at the running order, shall we, with 14 minutes left to go. It's Wignall, Morrison, Egar, Witt, Standish, Green, Greenbank, Coulthard, Wright. Look at that, what a great jump up by Wright again. And then Stubbs, Bellamy, Payne, Jones, Mensley, Roberts, Key, Higginbottom, Spencer, Wignall, that's Leon Wignall, Rigby, Jackson, Spencer, Waddington, Johnson, Fraser and Riles. 26 runners in total, 26 runners with 14 minutes left on the clock to go, and it is Paul Wignall, man on pole position. He's still got the lead. I can see him. He's coming up the mountain now. David Morrison has just got a little bit of a light. He always gets quite close to him at the top here. There they are again. Look, through they go. Great stuff indeed. Keith Egar hanging in there too, as is Witt. But Carl Green looks like he might be a man on the move. And look at Mark Wright already. He's flying through the field. Mark Wright and AMGF is absolutely flying. Great stuff indeed. Here we go, the race action. Oh, a bit of action going up here, look. That That was Rigby and Jackson having a good battle at the top. Somebody's locked up again. We think at the bottom of the mountain. Hopefully everything's okay and we can carry on going. Still 13 minutes of this race. Keep your messages coming on. A lot of support, a lot of love for the drivers out there. If you're watching on YouTube or live sport now, there's a link in the body of the broadcast. If you want to watch it over there, that's where we can show the comments. Make sure you hit subscribe as well. Watch Live Motorsport in 2022 with us live sport now. It's Wignall in the lead, Morrison in second, Egar in third, Green now. Cole Green's gone himself up to fourth place. Witt is in fifth. Mark Wright has jumped up to sixth place. He's also done the fastest lap of the race, 1:44.636. It's nearly 2 seconds faster than anybody else. Greenbank in 7th, Standish in 8th, Coulthard in 9th and Stubbs in 10th. They are your top 10 as they come up to the mountain now. Paul Wignall leading the way from David Morrison, and that's still the case now with Keith Egar waiting in the wings. And there is Mark Wright. He's up to 4th place in that MGF. He's absolutely fine. Cole Green is up as well. Oh no, what has happened to Standish? There goes Standish. No, that's not Standish, sorry, that's Witt. Witt has dropped down the order, apologies. Witt has really dropped down the order there. Look at this, tight racing action here at Cadwell Park. You're looking at the very top of the mountain. They stream past us and go through Hall's Bends, but look how they go. Wright still the fastest man on the track, no surprise there. Although White's dropped down the order. I think Wright has Wright put a wheel or so on the dirt. Wright has dropped down the order. Oh no, he hasn't, apologies. It's TSL playing tricks on me. I'll tell you what it is, it's the fastest lap by Wright is what it is. So 1:43.411, apologies to everybody there. Sometimes TSL plays a few tricks on me. So Wright's up to 4th, Green is down to 5th, Greenbank is up to 6th, Standish is up to 7th, Witt has dropped down, the big loser on that lap, down to 8th, Coulthard and Stubbs still 9th and 10th. Then from 11 down we've got Payne, Bellamy, Mensley, Jones, Roberts, Key, Higginbottom, and Spencer, Jackson, Rigby, Wignall. Leon Wignall's dropped down a couple of places on that last lap to 21st, and Spencer, Waddington, Johnson, Fraser, Riles. They are your 26 runners and riders for race 1 here at Cadwell Park for the MGCC Cockshoot Cup. Wonderful stuff. With this many cars as well, the action's going to start coming thick and fast. It's going to be a stream of cars almost constantly as the clock ticks down. We've got just under 10.5 minutes of this race left to go. There is your race leader. Oh, David Morrison, go on, to get a bit of outsource at the top of the mountain. Here comes Mark Wright, comes up to 3rd place, and not past Keith Egar. Can Wright go on and win this race? That would be quite incredible. Cole Green going through comfortably in 5th place, opening up a bit of a gap. There is Greenbank in the MGF as well, number 19, there's Phil Standish. There goes Witt, there goes Coulthard, and there goes Stubbs, your current top 10, with Payne just behind as well. Exciting stuff here at Cadwell. You can't take your eyes off it, can you? When we keep those comments coming in, we can see them. This is your show. We want to hear from you. Oh, look, there's even more action. These two have been having a great fight. Spencer just keeping him at bay. Spencer and Jackson there. That's the battle for 18th place. Spencer, number 17, just holding it from Jackson, number 99. It's not just at the sharp end where the action happens. It happens everywhere with the Cockshoot Cup. There goes Leon Wignall. I know the family are watching today. Hello. Hope you're enjoying it so far. So I think the leader's going to start catching Tony Riles quite quick. Fastest lap of the race, by the way, Mark Wright, 1:42.298. He's still absolutely flying. What a story that would be. He didn't get any qualifying time in at all. And the leaders are now coming through. And look at that, Mark Wright. He's got himself up into 2nd place. The blue flags are waving as they go into Hall's Bends quite dramatically. Well, it looks like they managed to navigate everybody quite comfortably. We've got 8 minutes of this race left to go. And there's Standish and Greenbank having a great fight. That's the position as well. Great stuff. And did it look like Greenbank? Yeah, Greenbank was holding the position on the last lap from Standish. Did Standish manage to get through? Wright has definitely got through and now is up into second place, 1.5 seconds behind Paul Wignall. Can Wignall hold on, or is Wright going to pull off an absolute masterclass here at Cadwell Park? There is just over 7.5 minutes left to go of this race. Right, 7 minutes to go, and here we go. It looks like this. Wignall, Wright, Morrison, Ed, Eager, Green, Greenbank, Standish, Witt, Coulthard, Stubbs, Payne, Bellamy, Mensley, Key, Higginbottom, Jones, Jackson, Spencer, Roberts. Then we've got Leon Rigby, Wignall, Phil Rigby then Leon Wignall in 21st, apologies, and Spencer 22nd, Waddington 23rd, Johnson 24th, Fraser 25th, Riles 26th, and it looks like Mark Wright is closing, and my word, let's put the camera on Hall's Bends because we've had it on there quite a bit, and the cars when they steam through there looks absolutely incredible. We're just going to turn the camera around so you can watch the approach into Hall's Bends. It's well worth watching. I mean, Paul Wignall was almost sideways coming through there. Incredible stuff. 6.5 minutes to go. This is so good to watch. Tony Riles getting out of the way, starting to a lot of the cars coming through, as you can see. Look. And battles going on all through the field. This is what we like to see. This is club racing at its very best, isn't it? Cockshoot Cup's run by the Northwestern MG Car Club Centre. This is fantastic stuff to watch. As they keep those comments coming in, we can see them. We'll put them up on the screen as well. It's the season opener for the Cockshoot Cup here live at Cadwell Park. And it is an absolute thriller so far. It's been full of drama. This race, if you are just tuning in, hello, welcome. We got half a lap in, the safety car came out, and then it ended up being red flag. Peter Bramble unfortunately had an off at the bottom of the mountain. He's okay. It did bring out that red flag though, but now we're starting to get to closing stages of this race. Mark Wright started stone dead last, and look at him, he's about to come into your screen. Is he going to be making a move? Look at this, that is the battle for the lead, the outright lead of this race as well. Paul Wignall and Mark Wright. Wright has been absolutely flying in this race. Fastest lap so far, 1:42.298. It's a second faster than anybody else. Some great looking cars coming through as well. Helen Waddington with the Auto Trader livery. It's a fantastic looking car. Now I can see them going down, and Mark Wright has a huge run on Paul Wignall, but he's not going to be able to do it into turn one, so Wignall still holds the lead, outright lead of this race. Now that is for Class Honours as well. It's for the outright race win. It's also they're both part of Class C, both Wignall and Wright. So it really does quite matter. It's the season opener. There's 4 minutes left on the clock. Can Paul Wignall hold on for the race win? Oh my word, it's going to be close. It's going to be tight. You can't take your eyes off this, can you? It's absolutely fascinating. There goes Tony Roberts. We had a good chat with Tony before the race. He says, just as long as I keep it on the track, I'll be happy. It's done a great job so far. Currently running in 19th out of 26. So he's doing more than just keeping it on the track. Here comes Leon Wignall as well. And car number 128, it looks like there's a bit of damage. That's Fraser. Looks like there's some front damage to that MGF. And here comes the look at him. It's still, they are the race leaders. There's Paul Wignall. There goes Mark Wright. That's the battle for first and second for the outright and in Class C2. David Morrison doing a great job in third place, although David Morrison is first in Class B. Carl Green going well there. Keith Eager comfortably in fourth. Carl Green in fifth. Standish in sixth. Green back in seventh. Coulthard in eighth. Witt in ninth. Payne in 10th. And it looks like Mark Wright is on the outside now of Paul Wignall going into turn one. Can he make it stick? He does. Mark Wright takes the lead of this race. Wow, wow, wow. What an incredible story. That is from last to first. Incredible. Oh my word. At Cadwell Park as well, it's a really difficult track. It's tight, it's twisty, it's narrow. That's why you don't get, it's a motorbike track really, but it's why you don't get to the international and European competitions coming here. So less than 2.5 minutes left on the clock. I can confirm Fraser car 128, that's white MGF we saw coming through, has pulled into the pits and is likely to be out of this race. So it's Wignall, Wright, Morrison, Eager, Green, Standish, Greenback, Coulthard. Payne has made a move up into 9th place at the expense of Witt, who drops down to 10th. Then Stubbs, Mensley, Bellamy, Key, Higginbotham, Jackson, Jones, Spencer, Roberts, Wignall, Rigby. Waddington's made a move up to 22nd as well at the expense of Spencer, number 16. Then Johnson, Riles and Fraser in the pits. So I want to see this battle. There, here they come now. They're about to come into your screen. First and second, number 8, number 5, Mark Wright. And I'll tell you something, Paul Wignall's not letting this one go either. He's stuck to the back of him. We've got a great battle going on now as well between Eager and Green. Carl Green has suddenly closed the gap massively on Keith Eager and really pulling it in. It could be all change. It's going to go down to the final stretch of tarmac, the final few metres here. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We've had to wait for it, but my word, once it started, it has been absolutely sensational. Seconds left. This will be the final lap of the race. This is it now. It's all or nothing. Wright in the lead. Wignall in second place. Wright has come right from the back of the grid. And he's looking like he's going to take the win. Unless Paul Wignall can do something quite special, both in Class C. David Morrison looks like he's going to take Class B honours. Great stuff indeed there. And I think it's going to be Higginbotham's going to take Class A honours. And Greenbank for Class F, I believe. Now through there goes Mark Wright, comfortably with the lead. There goes Paul, and there goes David Morrison. Now we wait for this battle as well between Eager and Greenbank. And there it is, that is the battle, 4th and 30 there. That is a battle for position as well. And Rigby just goes through. That is Rigby's blue flag. He needs to get out of the way. And the checkered flag has fallen. It is Mark Wright's pulled off the most sensational of race wins there. Paul Wignall comes home in second. David Morrison comes home in third. Is it going to be Eager? Is it going to be Green? Eager or Green? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Is they going to come down the start-finish line? And it is Eager, and Green comes home in 5th place. Great battle between those two right at the end. We think it's going to be Standish to come through next. Let's just hold on a little bit. They're still actually going out on track. This is not a done deal just yet. Throughout the rest of the field, there's still places to be made up right at the end here of this interrupted race 1 season opener for the Cockshoot Cup here at Cadwell Park. So Mark Wright from last to first, a 1:42.298 as well. Quite a remarkable drive from Mark Wright. I can't wait to see his face after. Surely he is going to be absolutely ecstatic. So right, there we go. The rest of the race is finished. Let's pop TSL up onto the screen so you can see how things have finished. So Wright takes the win, Wignall in second, Morrison in third, Egar in fourth, Green in fifth, Standish in sixth, Greenbank in seventh, then Coulthard, Payne, Witt, Stubbs, Mensley, Bellamy, Key, Jackson, Higginbotham, Jones, Roberts, Spencer, Wignall, Rigby, then Waddington, Spencer, Riles, Fraser, Johnson. That's how it's finished. Let's go see if we can figure out where they're going to come. I really hope they come into here.
We're also going to have some of the other big stars in further evaluation.
I think they're going up straight up to scrutineering, so let's go. We've got to grab a word with Mark Wright, haven't we? Let's just keep TSL up just whilst we make our way up there. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a chance. Let's pop TSL down. We're not going to get a chance to catch up with the race winners. They've just gone straight through. So we are going to go off for a short break. When we come back, we're going to have to reassess the time and see how things are going. We're either going to do our paddock walk or we're going to be back live with the Metros and the MG Cup. Don't go too far. We'll be back live shortly.